Elisabeth, very nice to meet you. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
taking this time to have a couch session and discuss your journey, your career in tech. How do you find the market? And with this video, we hope to inspire many women and young talent who is willing to go on the path of IT. Elisabeth and I, we met initially in September of 2023, where we were exploring the job market. We were looking at a couple of options, and last month we managed to find a very nice assignment for Elisabeth at one of our clients. This is a bit of background about our relationship. And Elisabeth, welcome. I would like to start by, first of all, asking you about yourself. Who are you? What is your job? What do you do in your career?
Well, who am I? You know my name. Well, let's say I live in Amsterdam. I have 2 children. Finally grown up, adults, 29 and 29 and 31 years old. And they're doing quite well, so I'm happy. I'm really happy. I do have 2 cats, by the way. And I'm interested in music, in playing the piano, in being artistic with ceramics, those sort of things. I like to walk, especially in the mountains. I like animals. Well,
Okay.
That's me to a certain extent.
Wonderful. So I really like the fact that you have this artistic side. Then the question would be, how did you get in tech?
Well, that's quite a long story. Well, at high school, I loved mathematics and science. I was quite good at it, but also, you may have noticed, I was a girl at that time. I'm still am a girl. And well, it was quite a difficult choice. What am I going to do? What I'm going to study? So I chose to study social sciences, and only to find out in the end that it was very difficult to find a nice job in using my social sciences education. It's really a nice field of investigation, but it's really not so nice to work in that field, at least to me. And then I had this opportunity to get education in IT. It was the late 80s of the last century. And well, I thought, let's just try. And then I started systems development, design, programming, those kind of things. So that's how it went.
Wonderful. And what do you enjoy the most about working in this field?
Well, I like to work in the field of security, cybersecurity, give it a name, because it's really challenging field. You have to take into account not only technology or personnel or organization or whatever it is within the organization. There's threats from outside, there are developments in the society, political developments, state actors, you name it. Everything is important, and I like to integrate all these aspects, also psychology, awareness of people in the organization, also outside the end users, like clients of a company. And you have to align all these very difficult, very different aspects. And well, it's rather complex, and I like complexity.
Okay, so within the field of tech, you chose the cybersecurity, which personally, I really do enjoy cybersecurity. I always find it very interesting how companies need to stay ahead of potential threats. So you already have to anticipate something before it happens.
Yeah,
Um,
indeed.
right. And can you tell me, because you also mentioned the political aspect, can you tell me what are some of the challenges you've faced and maybe how you've overcome in the field of cybersecurity?
Well, for example, as you probably know, we have these state actors like, for example, China and Russia, and for some clients, these are real high threats. And it sometimes can be difficult to convince the client of the threat. And because they will say, okay, first, what is a state actor? And then you explain. And then they say, well, okay, don't worry, we don't have a problem with state actors. And I know they do. And then, well, what I can do is try and discuss it with them and reintroduce the subject with different people within the organization and try to create an awareness bottom up, because it's not programmed, there's no awareness, not on management level, never, nowhere. So, and well, I can just try. So maybe it helps. Yeah, I hope.
Absolutely. And from your assignments, you mentioned you started in the 80s of last decade. So we're looking at 4 wonderful decades of career in tech. What would you say is a project that you were most proud of in your time in cybersecurity?
Oh, well, there are a few, but I think a bit more recent is that I helped a client with changes in legislation, like the Wet op de politiegegevens and GDPR, the privacy law. And well, for some reasons it was really difficult because it was not only a problem of technology and applications that had to change, but also the information architecture, but also the changes in the organizations were to be made, and they had to make choices in that field, and that was very well. It was quite difficult to make these choices because people had different opinions on that. Also, they were not aware about the requirements of the GDPR, and they needed to have an understanding of the GDPR. The understanding was that they didn't have it or minimal. And also the management, I really needed to inform them in workshops on what's going on, why it's important, etc. So it was very broad. The subject was very broad and complex, and well, I managed to analyze that and to align people in the field and describe some alternate scenarios on how to deal with the situation.
I see. So from what you're telling me, you really do thrive in complex environments. The more tangle, the better for you, I take it.
Indeed.
Very nice. And Elisabeth, as a woman, with of course all the experience and the background in tech, what would you consider are some of the main challenges that women face in this industry in tech?
The challenges. Which number? Question number.
No worries. So we have it in number 5, challenges and
Number
opportunities.
5. Okay, let's see again. Oh yes, challenges. Okay, yes. Well, I think as a woman, I have been challenged by some male colleagues, some male managers, etc., etc. And the challenge is, even if you don't always get what you want, that happens to us all, then you must not give up the belief in yourself. So just take a next step, tomorrow a new day, etc. And next chances, and you take the chances that there are. Yeah.
Right. And when you are saying the chances, take the chances that you have, which opportunities do you think women should seize when it comes to taking a career in the IT industry?
Everything they like and that
Okay,
they're good at.
wonderful. So just get a path that you enjoy, stick with it, take every day one step at a time, and never give up.
Yes, never give up. Yeah.
Great. And now, besides your career and your work, how do you balance working in IT with your personal life?
Uh, well, that's a good question. I could ask you that question as well, because it is a challenge indeed. But then I noticed that some male colleagues, not all, of course, they seem to think that women have children and men don't. And I find that very weird, because I know many men who have children.
Yes. Right. Perfect. Sorry. There we go. This is my moment. So now both of us have one moment. Right.
Okay.
So, do you have any tips that you would like to share when it comes to managing both work and personal life in an effective way? Have you found that nice balance yourself?
Mm, sometimes I do, and sometimes I don't. And well, it's like the weather. Sometimes you can't change it. You have to live with it.
Right. When it comes to mentorship and support, have any mentors helped you throughout your journey where you are today?
Well, I did not have any mentors. I think I have been looking to people who were examples to me, like not women in particular, but colleagues or managers or whatever they are. But I identify people with the qualities I admire, and then I notice, okay, I think I want to develop these qualities myself, and I think it's feasible to me to develop these qualities, and then I will just sit with them, work with them, look at them how they do it, etc. And well, I learn from them on the go.
All right. And I think you didn't have the experience of a mentorship. When it comes to women that will get, sorry, when it comes to women starting their career in tech, why do you believe mentorship would be extremely important for them?
Um, well, that depends. For some people, mentors will be very important, and for others, they will be more managing their own career, whatever it is, and maybe they do not need a mentor. So, but it could be helpful when you start in tech, being a woman, that it would be nice to have some more female colleagues. And like now, for example, I have some teams I work with, and most of these teams I like 10 people and 9 of them are men. So when you start, it's not that easy.
I see. This gets us perfectly to my following question on how do you believe that the tech industry can become more inclusive?
Oh, that's a good question. Uh, I think well, it's a recursive problem because, well, there is, so to say, a male majority, and they think about how to fix things, etc., and they think about it in their own way. And of course, they may do so, but it would be nice to have at an early stage women participating in thinking about the future of a company and the future of diversity within the company. So when you start at the first day, then thinking about that, then you should make sure that you involve women at that stage. And from there, you get different perspectives, which are, I think, better or more friendly for women. At least they might be better.
I see.
Might be. Not necessarily.
Right. And in your career, right, you have seen lots of changes throughout your career in IT. Is there anything in particular you'd like to see changing in this industry in the future?
Oh, well, that is almost, to me, it's almost a philosophical question because we now have that the artificial intelligence developments, etc., and we have big data analysis, etc. I think our culture is too strongly focused on technology and almost technology driven. And for that reason, I think a lot of silly or even insane things happen. And now, for example, artificial intelligence, there are a number of tech companies who are developing that, and they do things that are very smart, which I can't do. So that's a compliment. But the vision behind it is just to develop something that can be sold. And hopefully they can, and maybe they can't. But anyway, it's all about, I want to develop this product and then I can sell it, etc. And but for society as a whole, that vision is too narrow. Really, it's really a risk for society and for for you and me as we are talking.
Right. And you mentioned, of course, the development of artificial intelligence, machine learning. We have nowadays smart TVs, smart computers, everything is smart. How do you believe that the artificial intelligence will impact the future of IT?
Well, I'm not sure. There's two options. Either artificial intelligence becomes really intelligent because it's just a name at the moment. It says intelligence, but the question is whether it is really intelligent or not. And I read some blog, or I don't know if anyway. Somebody said in this blog, actually, when there are more data available, the artificial intelligence becomes less intelligent instead of more intelligent. And now that may be a disappointment for some people who are working in this field and try to sell it. But to me, it's, it gives me some hope that there is some inbuilt limit in this dynamics. So the technology itself will come to the people who are developing it and said, okay, I can't go higher, I can't go further, please stop me.
I see. Thank you for that, Elisabeth. And a question for the people watching us. When it comes to hard skills and soft skills, which ones would you say made a difference in your career? Any hard skills and soft skills that people should consider or focus on in their career in cybersecurity, let's say?
Well, hold on a second, please.
Sure.
Just one word. Well, yeah, now I have it. I think first you have to be able to think exactly and analytically. If you have that ability, then from there everything will follow, I think. Some education is nice, of course, but those skills are fundamental. And for the technology, but also for other fields like organization, governance, you name it. The need for soft skills depends also on the environment where you're working. Like, for example, when you're in a team of programmers, often they don't have they're not so skilled in that field themselves. So if you are, you will not fit into the team. But in general, I think it's important to be able to make an assessment in which type of environment you are, and try to find out how to approach your colleagues and well, find a way to talk to them and to make a team, build a team, etc. It depends. You have to be flexible and you have to be adaptive to your environment.
I see. Wonderful. Thank you, Elisabeth. And do you have any closing thoughts, any advice for women who want to pursue a career in tech? Anything that you would like to share with them or recommend?
May you one moment, please, and then we ask the question again. An advice. Well, did I think about it? Oh, it's quite a question. It's sort of one fits all.
Exactly. We already discussed, you said, for example, just be yourself, push every day, be confident, right?
Yeah, be yourself, be confident, and never give up. Yeah.
Maybe we can think about something that you wish you would have told yourself at a young age when you start in IT, or something that you believe would be beneficial for young women who want to start their career in tech or are just at the beginning of their careers.
Well, I think it's very important to be independent. It's very important not to be framed neither positive nor negative by your environment. You have to start with yourself. And from there, develop your skills and your career.
Great. Thank you so much, Elisabeth. Thank you
Thank you
for
too.
all the input and fantastic experience over 4 decades of it in cybersecurity. Thank you for your time.
And you. Bye-bye. Thank you.